Just a Zulu man.
The disturbing case of Jamie Osuna. I've never heard of Jamie Osuna before. Let's see who is Jamie. Look at how scary this is, bro. Look at how scary this is.
Since I was a kid, 8, 9 years old, I killed animals. My mom would go to the store, I'll put the cat in the freezer, 15 minutes, let it out, put it in the oven, let it out.
Jamie Osuna, quite possibly one of the most sadistic and heartless murderers to ever walk the...
Look at all these tattoos, bro. Look at all of these tattoos. These are like the, what are those people again? Like the Rock's tribe and the other guys.
this earth. This man has no remorse, no
I need to grab this for my thumbnail.
no empathy. For him, killing people is like a thrill and addiction.
I don't care if you're my brother or sister, I don't care if you're whoever, it's self-gratification.
Maybe he was born like that, or maybe it could be because of his disturbing past. You see, Jamie likes killing people and he likes being locked up. But we're gonna rewind a bit and go back to his childhood, cause his trauma dates back to before he was even born. Michelle, aka Jamie's mother, claimed that Jamie's father kicked her in the stomach while she was still pregnant with him. Obviously that relationship didn't last and she got a new man by the name of Jeff. And allegedly, he was even worse. He would often beat Jamie and even go as far as tying him to a tree and whipping him. He would often beat Jamie and even go as far as tying him to a tree and whipping him. Not only that, but one time Jeff pushed Jamie out of a moving car. And other traumatic events continued happening, like the time when his uncle threw a brick at him. Going through these experiences caused Jamie to turn really cold. He felt nothing, so he would cut himself in order to feel anything. He also claimed he liked inflicting pain to other living things. And tormenting animals from a young age wasn't anything new.
This is a big sign of a serial killer, bro. Someone who likes tormenting animals. They're going to turn to serial killers.
To him. This sort of thing gave him a sense of power, knowing he was more superior than his victims and they're essentially helpless to do anything. Knowing he was more
Look at this, bro. This is disturbing. Person looking like this.
superior than his victims and they're essentially helpless to do anything to stop him.
The torture and all that, it's a rush, it's an addiction, it's a drug. I would rather do that than do drugs. I'd rather do that than have sex.
Anyways, Jamie was raised by the streets and joined gangs very early on. He claimed he committed his first murder when he was only 13 years old, but was
13.
never caught for it. However, in 2003, at the ripe age of 15, Jamie was arrested for stabbing another boy. By 2007, he's released and out of jail for an entire year after that. He started indulging in some parties, and this is where he meets his future wife under some pretty messed up conditions. Joelle Castellano was a much more older woman who had a few kids of her own. Jamie, being in his early 20s, took a liking to her. So much so that one night at one of Joelle's parties, he stabbed another man that he didn't even know just for dancing with her. Again, Jamie
Damn, bro. You're getting stabbed for dancing.
landed himself in prison for another year. But Joelle and him started writing to each other while he was behind bars. And when Jamie got released, guess who was the one who picked him up from jail? That's
Joelle.
right, it was her. It's pretty clear she looked fully past those red flags. Anyways, they spent the night in a hotel where she later became pregnant with his child. Jamie convinced her that he wanted to be in the baby's life and wanted to be the father figure that he never had.
Nah, bro, this was a bad idea. Bad idea.
So Joelle actually decided to give this man a chance and the two ended up getting married. However, her life turned out to be extremely miserable because their marriage was filled with both psychological and physical torture. Things got so bad that in August of 2010, Joelle couldn't take it anymore and ended up calling the police, having Jamie locked up for inflicting injuries on her. Now, after this incident, he was in and out of prison until one night on November 8th, 2011, Joelle gets a call from Jamie telling her to look out for the news regarding a place called the El Morocco Motel. She knows Jamie's tendencies very well and knows what kind of person he is. So she calls the cops to tip them off, but the police didn't further investigate it. However, as time goes on, the body of a mother of 6 named Yvette Pena is found at
Oh, damn, bro. The cops should have done something earlier.
that very motel. She has a pair of knives and scissors sticking out of her back.
I met her like one time, then I came back the next night and I seen opportunity, no one's there.
After some investigation, the authorities then arrest Jamie, but he initially denies committing the murder. However, not long after, in order to avoid the death penalty, Jamie comes out and pleads guilty to 5 charges and first-degree murder.
I did sadistically, premeditatedly, deliberately tortured and murdered Yvette Pena.
Jamie had zero remorse for what he did. In fact, he claims that he killed her on purpose just to be locked up.
I didn't really want to be in this society no more. I've been in solitude, incarcerated my whole life. I left all my fingerprints and DNA and all that. I've done this many times before. I've done crimes before, and I know how to clean shit up.
Avoiding the death penalty, Jamie openly mocks Yvette's family by smirking and waving at them. And when the judge sentenced him to life in prison with no chance of parole, Jamie smiled and gave him a thumbs up. Now you think it's over because he's locked away for good, but it's not, because a while later, he ends up killing his own cellmate. The victim in this case was Luis Romero, a man serving a 27-year sentence for second-degree murder.
No, at least Jamie was a menace, bro.
He had just been transferred into that prison and was supposed to be set free on parole very soon. However, that wasn't going to be the case after being locked up with Jamie. Now, here's the controversy. Jamie wasn't allowed to have any cellmates because of how dangerous he was. He would constantly threaten other inmates and guards, and in another incident before this, Jamie found his way into another inmate's cell and slashed the guy in the face, which resulted him into getting 67 stitches. So it's pretty clear that Jamie had to be in isolation. But for some reason, the prison decided to pair the two together in a decision that turned out to be disastrous.
They don't know their job, bro. Some people need to get fired.
As the guards were supposed to do frequent checks, somehow they didn't notice that Jamie's cell had a white sheet covering the view, which made people question the guards on whether they were doing the checks or not. Anyways, during that time, Jamie made a makeshift knife to torture and kill Luis. Guards found Luis's body dissected with his eyes, fingers, lungs, heart, and head removed. His mouth was also cut from side to side to resemble
And head removed. That's us.
the Joker. And what's
With just a makeshift knife.
even more disturbing is that they found Jamie wearing his body parts as a necklace. He was
Yo. That's very
then
disturbing.
taken to court once again, and during that court hearing, he continued shouting, "I'm guilty." And for that reason, they deemed him incompetent to stand trial. As of now, he's still serving life in prison, and according to him, there are 2 other people that he's murdered but has never been caught for. So if the courts ever try to pass a future death sentence on him, he has that ace in the hole.
Have you killed anyone else?
Yes,
How many others?
2.
Who are they?
Can't tell you, but you will find out. Because I always got to have an ace in the hole. See, when I get convicted of this, I'm going to go to death row. When I go to San Quentin, I'll probably do 10, 15 years. I'll probably use that to my leverage. If I can go back and change it, I will do it again and over again. And if I'm released, I'll probably end up back here with the same thing.
Now the question is, what do you do to a man that enjoys doing stuff like this and doesn't mind being locked away forever? Let me know in the comments section.
Just put him on death row. There's nothing else but death row. Guys should be taken out. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.